So is this the smallest Nikkor lens for the Nikon Z9? I'm having fun with the title of this video, but technically you could say it could very well be. This is the Nikkor WC 28mm f3.5. It's a very old lens from Nikon. I believe around the 50s or 60s. It was designed for the S series Nikon film cameras, and of course LTM mount used for with a variety of rangefinder cameras out there. And I have it adapted here to the M3 dual stroke. Did some tests with it. I'll show you some sample images in just a bit with that, and then also with the Z9 and the ZFC. So how I did it with LTM to M to Z, that's how I adapted it to the Z camera systems out there, in case you're wondering. And I think the LTM mount version would be the version I would go with or recommend for the most part for versatility. This lens is very rare. Not a lot of information out there on that, but big thanks to 35mmC, who is a website that does lens and camera reviews. So do check that out. I'll put a link in my description below. Also, big thanks to Riceball Photography as well for loaning me the lens. Having said that, these are my thoughts and my thoughts only. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, do so. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also like this video. Helps me out a lot. And a lot more great vintage lens content will be coming your way, as well as film photography and also newer stuff. Let's get into talking about the build quality of this lens. It's brass, it's small, it's lightweight. I think it's 21mm in height thereabout. It's from f3.5 to f22, 8 rounded aperture blades on this. Filter diameter is around 34.5mm, so you can use some of your Leica filters from your vintage lenses on this if you choose to do so. It's a very small, lightweight lens that is designed for street photography, urban landscape photography at 28mm at f3.5. You're not looking for that 1.2, 1.4 depth of field. You're not going to get it with this lens, but it's not designed for that. It's designed for capturing moments and capturing scenes. And of course, if you're going to be using it in lower light situations, then you're going to bump up the ISO quite significantly. But if you're okay with shooting in daylight, this lens will be a really nice lens to have in your arsenal, especially if you're a collector. Now, in terms of using it in the lens, the aperture ring is very small. It's got a lot of tension to it, so it's not the easiest to change on the go, not like some of the larger lenses out there. So you're going to want to set this lens and kind of use zone focusing, and that's how I would use it if you're going to be using it to a rangefinder camera system. Now, if you're using it to a digital camera like I was using, you're going to have to rely on focus peaking and magnification, because at 3.5, everything will look like it's in focus due to focus peaking, but when you zoom in, you will find out that you might be slightly off. Just make sure that you magnify in so you nail that focus. But once you do, you'll be very surprised at how good this lens resolves, even a 45 megapixel sensor. It's beautiful, guys. It really is. Yes, there's going to be some chromatic aberration. There's going to be some softness. The bokeh is going to be a little bit different from what you're seeing from modern lenses out there, but that's part of the beauty of vintage lenses. That's why we like to buy them and collect them and use them from time to time. It just adds something different to our photography and videography out there, and this lens delivers that in spades. So what I'm going to do now is show you some sample images from film and from digital, and I'll come back with my final thoughts. Guys, as we saw from the images there, impressive. I mean, I'm not making fine art photography here, guys. I'm just showing you some sample images from film and from digital, and I was pleasantly surprised how this lens rendered. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Bobby, why did you use a 28mm lens on an M3? Did you use a viewfinder? No, I just eyeballed it. I was more concerned about the exposure because there's no light meter built into this, and this old Leica light meter works pretty well. I kind of understand where 28mm is, so I understood what was going to be around outside of the viewfinder, and I just had fun with it and played along with it. That's part of the fun with photography, is experimenting, and that's what I like to do here on this channel from time to time. And on the Z9, I was shooting some fireworks, and when you nail focus, it looks beautiful. I mean, it's gonna be soft at times, but that's gonna be part and parcel with using a lens like this. It's not gonna be nailing focus all the time, especially in low light. When you're using fast action, it's hard to really focus peak and nail that down, but I try to do the best I can with it. If you are a lens collector out there, this may be something to consider. I think the prices right now on eBay are anywhere from $600 to $800 to $1,000 plus, depending on the condition. US dollars, mind you. So once again, big thanks to Riceball Photography for allowing me to test drive this lens. And if you wanna see more of these kind of videos, vintage lenses, vintage cameras, by the way, I just picked up a beautiful mint FM3A, which I'm excited to talk to you guys about. Let me know in the comments section below. And also, if you haven't liked, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. More great content is coming your way. Take care, stay safe, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.